Hey guys, it's Scrappinkaty, and I am bringing you day 18 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this layout features a flip flap and a stamp set meant for a card. Here is a look at day 18's sketch. I love the oversized shape, the little grouping, and then of course the scallops up here at the top right, and then the photos and then the journaling along with some other little groupings down at the bottom left. And then of course they brought the scallops back down to that bottom left to match the top. And yeah, I'm really liking that. I'm going to try to mimic it using the In Full Bloom collection. So you guys have seen me use this already on one of the layouts, maybe even more than one of the layouts. I'm also going to bring in this stamp set. It's the card making In Full Bloom, and it comes with a thin cut, so that's going to be really fun. And I'm going to use that with a flip flap. And then I am bringing in, the reason I'm using the In Full Bloom scrapbooking workshop kit is because I'm going to bring in these exclusive die cuts that you get, and that's probably going to be my oversized shape. And then you also get this exclusive stencil, so I'm going to try that out as well. So I'm going to put this up and grab my supplies and we can get started. So I've already punched out all these die cuts. Look at all these gorgeous flowers that you get with that scrapbooking kit. Now it does come with a coordinating stamp set, but if I can punch them out and it's already colored, I am all for it. And then I also pulled out these few little die cuts. And then of course I've got that oversized circle. Now these are the photos I'm going to be using. These are old photos of my mother. And I just like the period. Her hair's the same. Of course, this one's in high school, and I think this one is her early adult years. I'll have to find out from her. And I thought about changing the colors to match, but I decided against it because I really want to see, you know, that period and what colors were really popular. I'm going to move this off to the side and bring out just a white daisy piece of cardstock. Because remember this exclusive stencil, I'm going to do those little polka dots. Or actually, I may do that. No, I think I'm going to do the little polka dots all the way around. And I'm going to ink those up in black ink. Just going to get my removable tape here. And put that down. And then grab my black sponge and get to town. And if I go over into those other patterns, it's really not going to matter because remember, I'm going to put that pattern paper, that avocado pattern paper, over the center, and that's what the rest of my layout's going to be built on. May have to watch that. Don't want a whole lot of that, so let me get some more tape. And I'm actually going to put down right there, and that will stop that. And on that one, I'll just have to find an embellishment to hide it. So I'm going to repeat this process off camera right quick. So it turns out that this video now has turned into learn from Katie's mistakes if you're going to repeat the same process. So you have to tape both ends of the stencil. You can see here where it kind of went over. What else? You also, because the stencil's so tiny, you kind of have to really hold it, otherwise your paper moves, even though it's taped. I probably could, you know, do a better job at taping, but I was in a hurry. So we'll see how this is going to go. And so not only is it going to be learn from Katie's mistakes, but it's probably going to be more of, let's see how Katie fixes the mistakes. So we are done with that, and let me clean everything up right quick. I'm going to get this piece glued down, and I am not going to tape right up to the edge. You know, I usually don't do that anyway, but I'm really not going to do that now, just in case I need to tuck some things behind this pattern paper to hide some of those little mistakes. Now I'm putting my biggest mistake up at the top because my photos are going to anchor the bottom. And so I'm thinking if I need any big areas done, it'll be up at the top. This is meant to be a card front. And if you recall, this is the In Full Bloom card making stamp set and thin cut. And it's meant to be a thin card front. But I'm going to go cut it out, and I think I'm going to resize it to a 3x4 flip flap. When I run this through my die cut machine, I want the white piece, and then I'm going to double up. So cut once, get 2 results or 2 die cuts, and then I want the side that won't show when I flip up the flip flap on top. And that way those 2 images will then be the same. So I'm going to go over and cut this out. I am going to go ahead and get this largest circle adhered down just so I can make sure that it's where I want it. And I'm basically utilizing the grid lines on it to line it up with this right edge. Not sure if you can see those grid lines. Can you see them? So not only does that circle have grid lines, but it has splatters, which I love. And we're going to be adding some splatters once we get all these flowers in place. So of course I want my photos right there. And then if you recall, there was a little note thing. And then there were some, like a little bar. So there's this one. I don't know, this is kind of large. So I'm going to kind of hang on to that before I make any decisions. And then because the circle isn't as large as I wanted it, that kit also comes with some additional circles. So I'm thinking about utilizing these down here. So I'm going to leave that there for right now, and I'm going to work on my flip flap element. Again, I took that card front and I trimmed this down to 3x4, and this will be what you see when you flip it up. And so I need to stamp on this. Now it comes with the stamp set. And it's meant to, where these flower pieces, these floral pieces, they just nestle right there where those little cutouts are. Isn't that super cool? So I'm just going to take this off of my carrier sheet, find a block, and go ahead and ink that up with some black ink. I'm going to bring my sketch in just so I can utilize the back of it. Still have that foam down since this is the first time I'm using the stamp set. I definitely want that foam in place. And then I am just going to push down on the stamp set. And then you turn it upside down and you do the same. And the cutouts basically are mimicked top and bottom. So you get to utilize one stamp set, but you get the full card panel. I'm going to ink that up. And then again, just turn it over. And stamp it down. Isn't that just so pretty? I'm ready to work on my flip flap. So I've pulled out a 3x4 flip flap. I just love the look of that black and white. I think it brings out the dots around the edge. So the way flip flaps work, I have both pieces in here. My sticky side I'm folding over, and then when I peel the sticky off, it will get attached to my actual layout. Now there are a couple of ways you can do this. This is the way I prefer. And then I have a video that shows you how to cut your memory protector so that flip flap can come to the outside of your layout. And then I like to just line up my photo, and this is how I know that it's going to be straight on my layout. Just trying to straighten this out just a little bit. So then I just line my photo up, and this photo is actually going to be crooked on my layout. So I'm going to have it like this. And then now I can take my bone folder and make sure that that is really taped down. You can kind of see dots before you do your bone folder. I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of see dots. Once you utilize your bone folder, it basically just makes that one solid adhesive strip. And that's how I know that it's really stuck down to my project. And so now to adhere this photo. Before I adhere the photo, I want to make sure that my little noted piece is straight and adhered down. So I already have this circle glued down, so I am just butting that piece up to it. What I did was I cut little pieces off of these, and I'm probably going to use them around to hide my oopsies. And then I've already got adhesive on the back of this photo, and so what I do is I just basically, kind of like I did when I adhered the flip flap down, I just kind of tuck my photo in behind this piece and then glue it down. Make sure I can't see it anywhere, and that's how I know that we are good. And then this one is going to be a little askew right here. I just want to lift up this flap and kind of position this photo maybe a little higher. I don't want to see that that is just a half circle. And I got adhesive on the corner of that photo, so a flower or something is going to go there. And then I can start putting these little half circles. And so I think this one is going to go probably a little further over here to hide that one. So I've trimmed off the edge. I did go ahead, there was another spot I needed to cover up, so I went ahead and put that there. And then now I can start filling in with all these gorgeous florals. So I'm going to speed this process up a little bit, just kind of let y'all watch. Again, just gorgeous. Look how pretty they are, and they look like they're truly watercolored on there. And I'm going to put some up here and then just a few down here. Off camera, I sorted them into large petals or large florals, and then of course the leaves, and then single flowers. It just makes it easier when I'm going to pull from those. So I'm just laying these all out, and then basically I'm just going to take the top layer of flowers and I'm going to add 3D foam tape. And then for the most part, I'm going to keep all the rest in place and then just use liquid adhesive, squirt it up underneath there, and then some of my 3D foam circles to basically add dimension to the ends of either the leaves or parts of the flower. And then the rest will be glued directly to the layout. Now would be a great time to remind you, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It helps YouTube show you more videos of the same, and it also helps me grow my channel. I am going to bring out this sticker sheet and add some stickers. I'm mainly looking for something to put up here and then maybe under here. So there's just tons of little options. And then I'm also liking, you know, a little sticker there. Let's do one right here. And then it's a little bit too big. Let's do this little bitty one. And let's do it right there. So I have this piece of McCants. You guys have seen me use this several times. So I'm actually just going to cut a few sentiments from this to use up there by those circles. So I've cut out some. I'm going to be using Never Stop Dreaming and Take Heart. And I think I want these not even on that right side, but a little bit closer on that right side. And then I also have some more. So Lovely is just wonderful, what I think my mother is. So I'm going to put that. I definitely want you to be able to tell. So, but I think I want it straight. So I'm going to put it right there. It's hard to tell when things are straight, when things are crooked. You guys know that. Choose Joy. I think I'm also going to put over here. Probably right here. And then I'm also going to do Thank You. And you know, you would think that this would be a wonderful Mother's Day layout, but I actually have another Mother's Day project next week or next month in mind. So you'll be seeing this beautiful lady once again. So there is that, and then I just think it needs some bling. I am going to be using clear sparkles, and these are really old. And I am just going to sprinkle these all around, not only the centers of the flowers, but just kind of here and there. And of course we need some middle ones. I love that close to my heart sparkles, or even our dots, anything like that. I love that they always come in multiple sizes. It makes it super easy just to pull out one thing and get those done. So I'm really liking these little bitty ones. So I'm going to continue to do this. I don't think every flower center needs one. I may change my mind here in a second, but I'm going to get these glued down, and then I have one more. I'm going to add a little title to that flip flap. So I got that finished up. I did end up adding centers to all of these kind of flowers, and then I just sprinkled those little bitty ones and then some bigger ones along the way. And then I am going to add It's a Good Life right here on this memory protector. Then I added that little black heart, and then there was this sticker that said Celebrate the Good. I don't like that it's one of those little tag stickers, so I'm actually going to put some of these larger sparkles right here. Just think it looks odd. So when you close this, you can see that one, which I think is okay. And then I take a little bitty one and put right beside there, just to kind of make it look like it's meant to be. And that, my friends, is it. Before we get to the sketch, I want to remind you that the Creative Design Team membership group is open once again. It's only open for a short period of time. That window will close on March 31st. You get exclusive content. You will not see that content on my YouTube videos, nor any of the other Creative Design Team members. So I'll leave a link down below so you can go register before it's too late. So here is another look at the sketch. Again, an oversized shape, which I chose the circle, and then you've got some concentration right here in embellishments and a title. I chose not to go with the title, but I definitely have that grouping of flowers to mimic the scallops. And then the two photos, the journaling, and then some strip journaling, and then some more clusters, which I think I pretty much did a good job of that. I did add that, and that's kind of extra. And otherwise, I think it really turned out good. I hid my little oopsies there. There's a little bit down here that you can see. So I think what I'm going to do is just do the same thing right there, and right there. So again, sometimes you can just kind of make it look like you meant to do it just by doing it more than once. And I really like how that turned out. You can see all the sparkle and the bling. And again, that is day 18 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I'll leave links down below to the In Bloom scrapbooking kit, as well as links down below to all of the people playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. So we've still got 12 days left. I plan on participating most of those days. I'm going to catch up this weekend on a couple of videos that I've already missed. So if you aren't already a subscriber and you like this video and you like my style, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and sign up for notifications so you'll be alerted the next time I post a crafty video. Thanks and have a wonderful weekend.